All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and our home team. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mariota. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
You got 3 down. Mike, 4. I don't even know why his team showed up. Check 1.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Let's go, one more. Kill, kill, kill.
80 weapons.
Kill. Check the backer, check the backer.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Weston. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Going up top. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Check three, check three, check three.
Operating from the gun. Weston. And it's complete. Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
He's checking crap.
Hey. Pilot, 60 foot down.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Go.
Mike 5-4.
Gordon. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 43-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Off the play fake. Weston. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Watch the 6-6. Pull it high. Like.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Bang, bang.
I go.
Bang, bang. Shift. Watch the shift.
Get it.
On 4th down, Weston. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Mariota under a heavy crashing down he goes. Jerry Tillery able to get him for a loss of about 3. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
To try again after the sack. Mariota. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And the 49er first down.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On first down, Dobbins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Coleman. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
You got 3, you got 3.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. We're scoreless after 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that?
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Weston. Open man, it's Allen. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Looking to throw. Weston throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
8 read.
Right, 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun, Weston. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Chargers, first down.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On first down, Weston, and the catch made by Hilton. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Check back, check back.
Check. 22 jet bomber. Hey!
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going deep here for out, and this is caught inside the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a gain of 27 yards. Complete to Keenan Allen.
We go!
First and goal.
70, Indy.
Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Weston toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 30 base.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot. 5.
From the gun, Weston. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Check safety, 66. Roll it high. Check 3.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On third down, Coleman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Keep playing.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up fourth down.
Let's get it.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Throwing on first down, Weston. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Mariota. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. That throw into the arms of Allen. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
60 outlaw. Come, baby. I'm coming, baby. Go. Let's go. 80 weapons. 87's the match. Shoot.
From the gun on third down. Weston, he's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. From the gun, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Open man is heard. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Mariota on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
Check 43.
Kill.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check tight. Check tight. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Hey, zoom.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
1st down, San Francisco.
Mariota now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Coleman. Levante David in on the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Hey, we got 3 down.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We got 4.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Coleman now. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Catch is made by Hurd, and they'll get this down to the 10. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Mariota now. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing is Mariota. Flush to his right, and he fires one, but incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Go. Hey, watch that. 61. Matchbox lights. 54.
I'm here all day.
Hatchet. Hatchet. Put up. Put up.
2nd and 10. And caught by Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Weston complete. It's Henry. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Pick Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
56.
That's what I do. Snap.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
You draw Corkers. Get it.
Back to throw. Weston sets up the screen to Gordon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Off play action. Weston. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
On the double.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Ready?
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Weston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Badgley able to punch this one through. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Mariota. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mariota now from the 50. This one complete to Coleman. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Man open. It's Goodwin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll run it with Coleman. He's got a first down and more inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's Brown. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. Oh, Gould missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left, off the mark, and that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
High 7.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
54.
Throwing again. Weston. He's got it to Hilton. 23 yards the pickup there. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
60 or Greystone travel.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Fresno.
Get it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They come up in an offset eye.
Check. Watch 54. Right here. Check 13. Check 13.
Set, go.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Set. 18 Gator.
Let's make these babies.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's Williams on the catch. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. They run it here with Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Badgley's kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you're pushing to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
To throw is Mariota. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on football.
They'll throw again. Mariota. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Second and goal from the 1.
Let's get this.
It's Coleman here. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Niners, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.